Hello students, this is Sindhu Bhairavi, physics teacher in Trinity Academy, Namakkal. In this session, we are going to discuss about 7th standard physics. Unit 2, forces and motion. So, the force is defined as a push or a pull acting on a body which tends to change its state of rest of motion, its shape. Force acts only when two or more objects interact with one another. A force can start a motion and stop a motion, change the direction of motion, and can change the shape or size of a body. So the SI unit of force is Newton. Next we have to see distance and displacement. Distance and displacement are two quantities that seem to mean a same but are distinctly different with different meanings and definitions. So, the distance is the measure of how much ground an object has covered during its motion, while displacement refers to the measure of how far out of place is an object. So, the definition of distance is the total length of a path taken by an object to reach one place from the other is called distance. Distance is the total movement of an object without any regard to direction. We can define distance as to how much ground an object has covered despite its starting or ending point. Displacement. Displacement is defined as the change in position of an object. It is a vector quantity. Distance is the scalar quantity and the displacement is the vector quantity and has a direction and magnitude. It is represented as an arrow that points from the starting position to the final position. For example, if an object moves from A position to B, then the object's position changes. This change in position of an object is known as displacement. The shortest distance from the initial to the final position of an object is displacement. Both the distance and displacement possess the same unit. The SI unit of distance and displacement is meter. Speed and velocity. First we have to say speed. In 6th standard, we already studied about the speed in detail. So, the speed is the distance traveled per unit of time. It is how fast an object is moving. Speed is the scalar quantity, that is the magnitude of the velocity of vector. It doesn't have a direction. Higher speed means an object is moving faster. Lower speed means it is moving slower. So, if it is not moving it at all, it has a zero speed. So, the speed is the rate of change of distance. The formula for the speed is equal to distance divided by time. So, the unit of speed is meter by second. We can classify speed into two types. There are two types of speed. One is uniform speed and another one is non-uniform speed. So, first one, uniform speed. If a body in motion covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then the body is said to be in uniform speed. Equal distance in equal intervals of time, that is called uniform speed. Next one, non-uniform speed. If a body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time. Unequal distances in equal intervals of time. That is known as non-uniform speed. So, the uniform speed is equal distances in equal interval of time. And the non-uniform speed is unequal distances in equal intervals of time. So, the non-uniform speed is average speed. The average speed is equal to total distance traveled by time taken to travel the total distance. Velocity. The meaning of velocity of an object can be defined as the rate of change of the object's position with respect to a frame of reference and time. It might sound complicated, but velocity is basically speeding in a specific direction. It is a vector quantity, which means we need both magnitude and direction to define velocity. So the SI unit of its meter per second. So if there is a change in magnitude or the direction in the velocity of a body, the body is said to be an accelerating. So the initial and final velocity. Initial velocity describes how fast an object travels when gravity first applies force on the object. On the other hand, the final velocity is a vector quantity that measures the speed and direction of the moving body after it has reached its maximum acceleration. So, the velocity is the rate of change of displacement. The formula for velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. The SI unit of velocity is meter divided by second. So, there are three types of velocity. They are uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, and average velocity. First one, uniform velocity. A body has uniform velocity if it covers equal displacement in the same direction in equal intervals of time. A body has uniform velocity if it covers equal displacement in the same direction in equal intervals of time. Example, light travels through vacuum. So next one, non-uniform velocity. If either speed or direction changes, the velocity is non-uniform. The speed or direction or changes, the velocity is non-uniform. Example, a train starting and moving out of the station. So the average velocity. The formula for average velocity is total displacement by total time taken. Acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change in velocity. In other words, if a body changes its speed or direction, then it is said to be accelerated. See one example for acceleration. An object was moving north at 10 meters per second. The object speeds up and now is moving north at 15 meters per second. The object has accelerated. Another example, an apple is falling down. It starts falling at 0 meters per second. At the end of the first second, the apple is moving at 9.8 meters per second. So the apple has accelerated. At the end of the second, the apple is moving down at 19.6 meters per second. So the apple has accelerated again. So, the acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. The formula for acceleration is change in velocity by time. So, A is equal to V minus U by T. So, the A is acceleration, V is final velocity, U is initial velocity and T is time taken. So, final velocity minus initial velocity by time. Center of gravity and stability. Center of gravity. See the picture. The balance a cardboard on your fingertip. What do we observe? We observe there is only one point which the cardboard is balanced. The point which the cardboard is balanced is the center of gravity of the cardboard. So, the center of gravity of an object is the point through which the entire weight of the object appears to act. How do we find the center of gravity of a object? The center of gravity for regular shaped objects. So generally, the center of gravity of the geometrical shaped object lie on the geometric center of the object. Example of center of gravity for regular shaped objects: weight of chord, weight of triangle, weight of disc, and weight of the ring. So generally the center of gravity of the geometrical shaped object lie on the geometric center of the object. Stability. Stability is a measure of the body's ability to maintain its original position. So there are three types of stabilities are stable equilibrium, and unstable equilibrium, and neutral equilibrium. Stable equilibrium. The frustum can be tilted through quite a big angle without toppling. Frustum. What is the meaning of frustum? The frustum means the portion of a cone or pyramid which remains after its upper part has been cut off by a plane parallel to its base, on which is intercepted between two such planes. So frustum means portion of a cone. So its center of gravity is raised when it is displaced. The vertical line through its center of gravity still falls within its base. So it can return to its original positional. Unstable equilibrium. The frustum will topple with a slightless tilting. Its center of gravity is lowered when it displaced. So the vertical line through its center of gravity falls outside the base. So the frustum will toppled with the slightest tilting. So the center of gravity is lowered when it is displaced. Neutral equilibrium. So the center of gravity remains at the same height. So the neutral equilibrium is it causes frustum to topple. The frustum will rolls about but does not topple. Its center of gravity remains at the same height when it is displaced. The body will stay in any position to which it has been displaced. Conditions for stability. To make a body more stable, lower its center of gravity, increase the area of its base. This box at the point of tipping over, a heavy base lowers at the center of gravity, so the box does not tip over. A broad base makes the box more difficult to tip over. See the picture, that is the Tanjore doll. So it is a type of traditional Indian toy made of terracotta material. So the center of gravity and the total weight of the doll is concentrated at its bottom most point, generating a dance-like continuous movement with slow oscillations. So the real life applications of center of gravity, it is for reason of stability that the luggage compartment of tour bus is located at the bottom and not on the roof. Extra passengers are not allowed on the upper deck of a crowded double-decker bus. So racing cars are built low or broad for stability, and table lamps and fans are designed with large heavy bases to make them stable. After studying this unit, we will able to define distance and displacement and differentiate between distance and displacement, and to define speed, velocity and acceleration, to differentiate speed and velocity, and to know the day-to-day use of center of gravity and stability. Okay students, let's see the next session. Thank you.